Yo, what is poppin', my 420 army? It is your boy, the mighty Liam 420, and here with more Outlast character lore remastered. This episode is Richard Trager. As you can tell from the cosplay, I have the mask. I don't have the drip he has in his arm, but for the apron, I just used a towel, which yeah, it's actually really simple. You just get some string. It's kind of hard to tie it, but I'll probably provide a step-by-step on how to make this cosplay if you're wondering. So, yeah, either way, enjoy the video. Dr. Richard Trager was the leader of business development at Mount Massive Asylum and was a close friend of Jeremy Blair. They even used to play golf together before heading to the asylum. On October 4th, 2012, two detectives named Paul Marion and Pauline Glick were summoned to come to the asylum to gain information about an HR complaint. Trager greeted the two and tried to get them on his team that he made himself. Pauline had dinner with Trager that night, and he began to explain his childhood with her before sneaking a roofie into one of Pauline's drinks. Pauline had also snooped on Trager and found his old files before returning to have her wine. She was not fooled and pulled a gun on Trager, forcing him to drink the wine and get knocked out. Trager eventually woke up and busted in on Michelle Haas, who had somehow gotten pregnant from the experiments, and stabbed her in the abdomen with scissors before attacking the detectives. They overpowered him and stuck his hair into a shredder, which ultimately led to Trager being fired from his position and placed in the morphogenic engine as a patient. Trager's lip got torn during his time as a patient, and he mostly stayed in the male ward unless he was about to go into the engine again. His body would also get his bones showing through his skin. On September 17th, 2013, Trager was strapped with tubes going into his veins before it was heard of the patients in the Walrider escaping. Trager grabbed his stand and knocked out the guards in the male ward before strapping the tubes around his arm and acquiring bone shears and other tools. He also tied a sheet around his waist due to being naked and also put on a torn mask alongside glasses with a monocle underneath. Trager went around the male ward, painting messages everywhere, and captured many of the patients still in the male ward. He would torture and mutilate them in many ways. Miles Upshur had fallen for this trap, and Trager lured him through a dumbwaiter before strapping him into a wheelchair. Trager showed Miles the exit before taking him up to the third floor and cutting off his right index and left ring fingers. Trager soon returned and killed a patient named Langan before finding Miles had escaped. He broke into a room where Miles grabbed a key for the elevator and tried to capture him again once he got it running again. Trager ultimately got crushed by the elevator in the process, and Miles left through a hatch in the elevator ceiling. Many hours later, a tactical team sent by Murkoff found Trager's body and pulled it out, which they mistook him for a victim of the asylum. Wayland Park even walked past the team and saw this as well.